the video live.
Send
That's
the
the
kids
problem.
away. Send the kids away for like the summer or something and figure
Yeah.
it out.
Hey, YouTubers, we're live
Oh,
on Surface Geeks, but
tell me
so we're
about it.
having if Google didn't give us audio trouble, then it wouldn't be a proper podcast. Oh, I'm tired. Let's just go to bed. We'll be quick and dirty. How's that? Quick and dirty. I have a headache, honey. Let me get my recording device ready. All right, you ready, John? I don't
No.
trust your audio. Should we retweet this?
I have retweeted what you tweeted. I'm all discombobulated now.
I know. Didn't it throw you off your game? It's
Oh,
like,
my
ah,
goodness. Just forget it. Go
just
without
forget
me.
it.
Go
I'm going
alone.
home.
Yeah, I'm going home. I'm taking my 6:35 and going home.
We'll have a we'll have a small conversation. How about that?
All right.
Have you seen the OneNote though?
Yes, sir. It's kind of daunting. Assuming we're not going to hit all that tonight.
I don't think we can hit all that. I just grabbed everything and threw it in there.
Handsy Dave.
I like the last one though. We can talk about that one. The schools.
It's new.
It's new. The rest of them not so new. But there's at least links to all the reviews. If you wanted to talk about reviews. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Tired, John. Oh, you said you were beat today, huh? Or was that yesterday?
Yeah, it was more yesterday, but
Okay.
I'm not. It's late.
Okay.
Luckily, I already had my snack.
You've already had snack break? Yeah, I haven't had snack break. I've been doing
I haven't had my milk yet, though. Oh, stop! Ugh.
I'm
I have
sorry.
like 2 more weeks, Dave.
Sorry. I needed to fire it up and get my notes. Let me fire up my Surface 3 real quick.
Thanks, Dave.
Hey, if you're on the YouTube and you're looking for a quick and dirty review, this is not it. This is merely a video representation of an audio podcast. This is going to be a conversation, not an unboxing, not a review. This is an audio conversation. We're just using Hangouts in which to power it. Oh, look at that! I'm almost out of battery. That
I think.
never happens.
I think. Oh, I was gonna say. I think we'll be talking about that later.
Oh, it's because I put my children on it. I put my kids on it. They're like, we want to look at Amazon.
One of the few remaining apps.
They have Amazon money and they wanted to look at Amazon. So I put them on the Surface 3 and I come back and they've got a big bowl of peanuts. They're eating peanuts and touching all over the keyboard and the Surface 3. I thought I was going to kill them.
That's what the RT's for, Dave.
I should have put them on the RT. No, I put them on the original Surface 3 that nobody has. Okay, here we go. This is a Surface Geeks podcast, episode number 90, recorded on April the 22nd, 2015. Welcome back to Surface Geeks. Hey, I'm Dave, joined by John. Good to see you again, John.
Thanks, Dave. Little stress tonight, thanks to Google.
Hey, that was a little less than stellar opening because we got to get down to business here. We're 35 minutes late. If we didn't have audio issues, it wouldn't be a proper podcast, though, John. So just take a deep breath. Let it all out. I've got good things to talk to you about, and I've got some concerns. So I want to start with the concerns, and then I'm going to make you a happy man, John. Not that I don't really make you happy, but I'm going to confirm a few things for you. We're going to be talking about Surface 3. We're going to kind of follow up with, I've got some tests I want to share with you, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Windows Phone. So this is Surface Geeks. Check out the Surface Geeks podcast. You can get the show notes, the forums. Don't forget the forums, surfacegeeks.net or surfacegeeks.com, whichever one that you should like to use. You can follow Surface Geeks. You'll get you'll get just posts. That's it, at Surface Geeks on Twitter. If you'd like to follow me, I'm at McCabe.io, and you can follow me. You'll get all my antics, all my pictures, all my everything. And you can follow Mr. John Wiskowski at J Wiskowski. If you can't spell that, the link will be in the show notes, because I can never spell it either, John. Actually, I'm getting pretty good at it. So I've got this is my main workhorse right here, John. I can tell because it's the Surface MVP Minecraft edition.
One quick question: is that the red cover?
This is the red cover.
Okay, that's what I ordered for my Surface 3. I ordered the red
This
cover.
is Pro
red
3.
pen.
This
I
is
know, but that's the same color that I
right,
ordered.
right. So
I'm worried. It's the first time I've ever done anything red. I'm usually a blue or a black guy.
okay, so you need confirmation. How about this? It's a little like brighter. How can I do this? I'm just gonna block me out.
Well, is that red or the
Jeez.
bright red that you have on your Surface 3?
My Surface 3 is like I don't know, they gave me a red.
Because there are two reds. There's bright red and red.
I assume this is bright red.
Some people say that's more an orange, though. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what I end up with.
Does that help?
Yeah.
This is Pro 3. That is Surface 3. That's the original right there.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yep.
I must admit that this is well worn though. My Surface Pro 3 Red. It's
Right.
very traveled, very worn in. So let me set this down.
Yeah, I seem to be second guessing my keyboard and pen covers, two things that I only used once on my Pro 3. So I don't know why I'm even worried about it, but
What about this?
yeah, that's the bluish
Purple.
that I had before.
This is sorry. This is purple.
Now,
this is purple.
if I hit my mic as much as you're doing, I'd be getting yelled at. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay. I always hit the mic. You know what happens when you hit a mic or you make an audio faux pas? You don't even mention it. You just keep going. If you bring it to light, then it will annoy people. You just keep going. You're not supposed to say anything. Just keep going. All right, so let me open this back up. We're going to be talking about it. Okay, I want to start with Windows Phone, John. We're not going to do a whole lot. I'm still using my my Lumia icon. I really am enjoying my experience with the Lumia icon. And I did something that I kind of regret now. When I traveled to New York a couple of weeks ago, I used the American Airlines app. And I was done with it, and I was trying to clean up my phone to do some things, and I ended up accidentally deleting that app. And now it's gone, John. It is not in the store anymore.
That's what I'm hearing.
I know it's gone. I looked. I thought there's no way. They don't just pull it from the store. You don't just pull it from the store. American.
Especially when it's a working app.
Yeah, why don't just leave it?
Like 500 Pixels is a good example. They also pulled out today from both the Windows and Windows Phone stores. And it's like, that app's been around forever. I think it was like one of the first apps in both stores. It just worked. It's always just worked. Why pull it?
Why not let it work until there's some kind of upgrade on the back end?
Right, API changes.
That makes that makes the app not work. Just let it run. Let it run. I don't understand this. It concerns me, and we're talking about apps leaving the Windows Phone ecosystem, and I don't care about Windows in general. I got a full browser on Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 10. I've got the full browser. I'm cool with that. But when I'm mobile, I need to be able to get that barcode on the American Airlines thing,
Yep.
That's what I like to do. I don't want to use the email and things like that. I have an app. For God's sakes, I have an app. So that concerns me.
And we should say it's not just American Airlines. It's also Delta. I've never seen an app for Southwest or for JetBlue, so I don't know how many airlines are left, but certainly there can't be too many, at least in the U.S. We can't vouch for.
Yeah, Southwest stinks. I just went on vacation as well, use Southwest, and you can't You can't use the Internet Explorer on Windows Phone to get to the Southwest. Because that's what most people tell you. Is like, oh, there's not an app. No big deal, Dave. Just use the browser.
Uh-huh.
A, pain in the butt. B, not as fast, not as expeditious. B, C, D, E, F, and G, it doesn't freaking work. It doesn't work.
And a lot of times it's because IE is identifying itself as Chrome or an Android browser. So it tries to render it for that, but it's not really Chrome or an Android browser. A friend of the show, Mr. Darren Cohen, would say take a screenshot of the barcode and have that handy. So you're not loading the app or waiting for IE to load. So yeah, just have a bunch of screenshots, Dave.
But that doesn't help me when I'm on vacation.
Well, maybe have your spouse loaded on their phone and just take a picture of it.
Okay, I'm not gonna bitch. I'm not gonna bitch and moan too much, but I'm talking about like Southwest. I need to check in, right?
Yeah.
I'm on the beach. My flight's tomorrow. I don't want to be in the C group, for God's sakes.
Oof, the C
I want to be in the B group. C group is see a seat. You better sit in it because that's the last seat available. I want to check in. And then with the app, it's freaking amazing. You just, boom, check in. Done. So we've never had Southwest apps, so I shouldn't complain about that. But it does concern me that apps are leaving the ecosystem prior to another change that's supposed to bring us to the promised land, Windows 10.
And they're not. It's one thing if they said they'd be back. And first of all, they wouldn't pull out. They would just update their app. And I guess the idea is right now a developer has to say, are we going to make a Windows app? And do we want to support Windows or Windows Phone, right? Now in the future, they're not going to have to make that choice. They can just say, do we want to make a Windows app? Although it's early, yes. But from what we've seen, no one has come out and said that they were going to do this. No, none of these people that we're talking about. I'm not saying no one, but I'm talking about major corporations that are airlines and banks and hotel chains and travel companies. As far as I know, no one has come out that has pulled their app and said, don't worry, we'll be back.
Yeah, no, that's just something you don't do anyway. So it concerns me. It concerns not only me, but everybody else that I follow and work with that has a Windows Phone. I still enjoy the experience. I really do. I'm getting quite good at it. I use the Podcast Pro app. I dumped my mail app, which I don't even remember the name.
Maestro.
Yeah. That needs some improvement.
Yes, it does. I was like, Dave, how are you using this?
But I want them to improve the app. I really want to use that app.
It's a start.
I did something that probably will alienate me from every Windows Phone user out there. I switched from Tweetium to Aries. You can see it right there, that big tile at the top. Twitter app called AERIES, Aries. I think it's better.
I don't know why you think that's going to alienate people. It's a very popular app. It's growing. It continues to get better. I'm in the forums a lot and on Reddit and stuff. Yeah, a lot of people are using that app. I think more people use it than you think.
I thought maybe Tweetium, if you didn't use Tweetium, you weren't like in the cool kid.
No, like I've told you, the only reason I use Tweetium is for that cross-platform support and tweet marker support. I would like Aries to come out with a universal version of their app that runs on Surface, runs on Windows Phone, and syncs. If they did that, they would definitely have me. Well, they would certainly have me at least consider.
It's not without issues. I mean, it does have a couple of issues, but I really love how it interacts with tweets. One big thing is if there is a tweet, John. Hopefully that didn't.
You've joined 3 times now. Yeah.
Yeah, that. I'm still recording now. Google's reloading. Maybe they're putting Hangouts on the new Fi network or whatever you call that FI network. What was my thought process? Oh, when there's a tweet on my phone and it has a link to an image, a link to two people's Twitter names, right there in my timeline, I like to be able to tap either. I want to tap your name and
Mm-hmm.
go to your profile.
Yep.
I want to tap the image and get the image, or tap somewhere else on the tweet and get the tweet and have it list conversation, or reply,
Sure.
retweet, all that good stuff. And I felt like the other app was not allowing me to do that properly. It was too many taps. I would tap it and it would bring it up, and then I would have to, okay, tap on the image or then tap on something else, and just Aries. I really like. I don't know who makes it. I really like the app. Um, Following up, Podcast Pro. I'm really kind of liking this podcast app. It's really doing me quite fine. I tweeted my screen today, if anybody saw that.
Yes, we did.
That was a fish tank in Pompano Beach, Florida, at a Thai restaurant. That's my background right now. Can you see my fish? See the little fishy at the bottom?
Yeah.
There's a little statue in there as well. So I'm enjoying it. I also loaded, John. I also loaded the just regular Twitter app, and although I don't like it a lot, it does work. It does work.
Yeah, I'm just not sure why you need it. Aries supports notifications, so
Yeah, I don't know. I was doing something. Maybe it was
uh,
direct message images.
yeah,
I don't remember
it's
if
always
Aries
something
supports
weird
that or
with
not.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's always something weird. I use images with direct messages. Okay.
Speaking of that, what do you think of direct messages being opened up to the public, sort of, meaning that you don't have to follow each other to message each other?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be an opponent
Yeah.
of said move.
Like you'll be
I
leaving
mean,
that
they
off.
mentioned this long ago that you could do this, but I don't like that. I don't like the fact that if, let's say, you're Leo Laporte, Paul Thurrott, Mary Jo Foley, someone like that, you shouldn't have to deal with direct messages from Joe Public.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's why it's optional to turn on. So
Yeah. So for us, I don't think it'll make much of a difference. And yeah, there's going to be a couple of people calling me a butthead and a dumbass, but that's fine. I get that every day at home.
yeah, the only annoying part is that I have direct messaged people that I follow, and they'll message me back, but I can't reply because they don't follow me. So
Right.
it's like, so then I have to tweet them, and
You
so
don't
it's like,
follow me, so I can't message
well,
you.
and they
Happens
know
all the
that,
time.
right? Because they don't want me messaging them all the time. But so that's kind of awkward. The whole that's why when I hear that you use that a lot, I'm like, I just don't see how that works. But
Yeah.
there's Facebook
I'm really
Messenger.
trying to use Facebook Messenger for everything now.
Yes.
In fact, I've been strong arming people. Like, you must load Messenger, or I'm not talking to you.
Don't you love the friends that show the gray Facebook icon because they haven't installed the app anywhere yet? And
You
you're like, how have you not? Like, Facebook must tell you every 5 minutes to install this app.
send them invites. Like, here's a subtle hint.
Yes.
All right. I want to talk some Surface 3. I've got crap load of links and stuff, but we don't need to be talking about that. There's a lot of reviews out there. Maybe we can mention a few. But the news item that I thought was interesting, and it actually came out today from the Surface blog. I think it was from the Surface blog, that they're going to have like an education tablet, that Surface 3. We're talking Surface 3, and it's going to have a scaled down storage capacity of 32 gigs. It's going to be the 2 gig version with 32 gigs, and I don't think there was any pricing released, but obviously it's targeting the schools that buy devices, and we're going to see a much lower price point, hopefully, for the schools for that.
Yeah, I think they said education users can already get 10% off purchase. So I'm assuming this new device is lower than 10% off the entry level current Surface consumers. So it's got to be sub 450. So maybe it's 400 or 350.
Yeah, that'd be nice if it was 400, 350 bucks. Yep, that would be nice if it was in that price range for schools. And I'm seeing a lot of schools going to BYOD, so who knows what's going to happen there. So hopefully the good word is getting out about Surface 3. So that's pretty much the only like the only news item that I
Um,
have. Do you have
yeah, I don't
any
think
of
any
this you want to
news
share?
apparent, that's specific. I'm surprised. Well, honestly, I haven't looked in the last couple of days, but that there's, I guess, not, I guess I don't know how many of these review units have made it out there, but that there's not more videos and comparisons, and usually YouTube will start filling up.
Are there not a lot of
So,
videos?
just it's probably been a good, nearly a week since I really went on a good hunt.
Okay.
But
Maybe I need to do a couple of videos. I was gonna do a Surface sandwich. My when I did Surface Pro 3, I just stacked up all of the tablets and did a Surface sandwich like photo shoot. That's back when I had Pro 2 as
yeah,
well.
that's not what I need. So I'd like to see launching applications, side by side,
Okay.
Surface 3, Pro 3. I guess a couple things that have come out are everyone feels very happy with performance until you get to the benchmarks. But of course, we all know about benchmarks. They're there for some things, they're not there for others. So, it I've only been able to play with the 2 GB model because that's all my store has in stock, and I believe that's all most of the stores have. And it seems fine. I mean, when I was launching my apps, I mean, some people said it takes 7 or 8 seconds to launch the weather app. I'm not sure what surface they're using, but unless it's an original RT, I don't think it should be taking that long. So, I don't have any concerns about the performance, but I'm definitely really anxious to get my hands on it. So.
Man, I wish I had my HDMI cable. Well, let's just launch the weather app here. All right. Ready? One and two and three, four, five, and six. Could be my
Okay,
phone.
it does take that long.
All right.
So I wonder why. That's an interesting app. I don't remember that one being nearly as heavy as the music app. I mean, remember the music app used to kind of be the dog of
Right.
the app launchers. So
Well, let's just this is I grabbed i3. I might not even have the weather app on here.
the gold standard.
Yes.
Switch to all apps. Yeah.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
6 and 7 and 8. It's taking even longer. 9
Right.
and
Okay. Yeah.
10.
So that they've either updated that app recently or that app just does not load well.
Okay.
So
That
I
app
usually
is
don't launch
not
it
a
because I just use the widget.
right.
The live, sorry, the live tile, my apologies, just kind of tells you everything that you need to know. So okay, so clearly that even if it takes 7 seconds, it does the same on the i3. And I'm very happy with the performance of the i3, no
What about
complaints.
Surface Hub? Let's just launch Surface Hub. Ooh, that
Oh
was
yeah, I
fast.
mean
What a
that's
nice
like,
little app. So I probably should. I could do some side by sides. I don't even use that. There's
and
news.
wow, that
News.
sometimes has a delay. Yeah.
Now here's the other thing that I. So if this was slow, I would be pissed. Radar.
Wow.
So where is my location? I need that. Oh, I don't have location enabled. I don't know what I'm doing with locations. But I'm moving around here.
For those listening to the audio, Dave is showing us a weather radar app, which can be found from the
Yeah,
Windows Store called My Radar.
very good, John. Very good. How about Internet Explorer? It's bringing up my OneDrive. Set default browser. No thanks. I've been sorry. I've been trying to kill it. So okay, here's where I'm at.
You can uninstall Internet Explorer, Dave. It's kind of fun
Well,
to do.
no, I keep it. I
I
like
know.
to keep
I'm just saying if you were
it.
that passionate.
Here's where I'm at. I did all of like battery testing that I thought I needed to do, right? And I've got that. I've got those numbers for you. I'm ready to share with you. And I said, okay, I'm just going to try to kill this thing. I am literally going to try to kill it and like bake it. So I put Chrome on it. And I haven't really killed it yet. I let my kids use it. I let my kids shop on the Amazon app. I told you this earlier. I don't know if we were on audio live, but for some reason I was using my i5, my Surface Pro 3 i5. I had them all three down on the table. I started the Amazon app and it says, or I tried to install it from the store. It said, no, you can't install it. And I'm like, oh crap, whatever. So I just put it up and I handed him the Surface 3. I put it on the table in front of me. I'm like, all right, look for what you want to look for. I'm going to go in the other room. And so my kids, using the Amazon app, were just shopping for toys. They just like to look for toys. They like to punch in, Army Men and Hot Wheels and just look at all the toys. And so I come back, and my two heathens have a big bowl of greasy peanuts, and they're scarfing peanuts, and they've got their grubby little fingers all over my Surface 3 and all over my Surface 3 keyboard, and I like to come unglued. Thought I was going to have to beat them right then and there, but such is life with children. So I have the i5 sitting here. I was kind of comparing that as well. Let me share.
So are you using the Surface 3 mainly for testing and review purposes, or
I am
as a
now
daily driver?
exclusively. I'm now exclusively on Surface 3
So
after running all the battery tests that I
okay,
thought I needed to run.
so that's what you're grabbing around the house and
Yes,
using on the couch, the kitchen, all your normal
absolutely,
activity.
absolutely. Um, I wanted to do. I don't know if I did the same as everybody else. I saw a couple of battery tests that guys were like streaming a video, and I didn't want to stream a video. I'm thinking, when do I need the battery to last as long as humanly possible
On a flight to Vegas.
on a flight to Vegas, a 10-hour flight to Vegas, right?
Right, with multiple stops, you know.
So, and I do what I always do, and I've done this with my phones, and I've done this with my tablets, is I'll put a movie on an SD card, and I'll put it in there. I get all my music that I want. I put it in an SD card and put on my phone if it has an SD card slot. So that's what I did. So I have Office Space. I just loaded one movie, Office Space. Now it's not full-blown 1080p either. It's a 720p, so it's scaled down a little bit. It's 1 gigabyte in size, and it's not a high bit rate like
No, clearly
pure
not.
4K. Normal stuff here, like someone else would rip. It's very normal stuff. So I sat Surface Pro 3 i5, Surface Pro 3 i3, and Surface 3 all next to each other at 8:30 in the morning, and I clicked loop, and I played the movie. I looped the movie. Let me tell you, I don't need to watch Office Space anytime soon. Good God, I've seen it like 10 times now. You just want the quick and dirty? How long they lasted?
So playback of a local video file using the Xbox video player.
Yes,
Okay,
the local
and
player.
you left all your normal things on. You didn't tweak them, like Wi-Fi's on, maybe Bluetooth.
Here's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a little unfair to Surface Pro 3, i5, and i3 because they have a lot of cruft on them, right? Because they've been used around the house for the last 6 months, 8 months. I tried to stop a lot of services like Evernote, background syncs, all that stuff I tried to stop. You can't get it all. There's always something in there. You can't get
Right.
it all. But I did stop a lot of things. Now, Surface 3 is just bone stock. I have not installed anything. Only thing I did were Windows updates. Bone stock. I didn't uninstall anything. I didn't install anything. I set power options to screen on always. Never let the screen go away, and never sleep. I wanted it on the entire time. I'm pretending like this is a flight from O'Hare to Dublin, right? It's going to take 10 hours. I don't know if it takes 10 hours, but it seems good. And I want to watch movies for the whole flight. So, Surface Pro 3 Core i3 went 7 hours 45 minutes. Surface Pro 3 Core i5 went 7 hours even.
Okay.
Now I'm going to give you like a plus or minus 15 minutes here. That's probably your error correction. Surface 3. Surface 3, brand new. It says 128 gig model, 4 gig of RAM model. It lasted 9 hours 45 minutes.
That's what I want to hear. Because I was already happy with the Surface Pro i3 battery life. I took
Absolutely.
it on my trip to California. I was fine with it. I used it at the airport waiting for my flight, on the plane, when I got back off. I never felt like I had to charge it. I left it off the charger overnight. I worked a full day with it the next day because it was my only
Absolutely.
machine. So, I mean, if you're telling me that on video playback, I'm going to get a few more hours there. Now, some people are going to say, well, John, it's a lower powerful processor, so you're going to, if you're using that to do real work, you're going to spike it more. But that's what they try to tell me about the i3 when they try to talk me out of that, saying, oh, we'll get the i5 because if you don't push it, you'll get lower clock and you'll get better battery life.
Right.
But
Right.
I still think the lower spec processor, for lack of a better word, the better battery life you're probably going to get.
I do too. I still stand by my guns on i3. It's a much better machine than i5, I believe. Um, just the last thing is I had the display set to 35% on all machines.
Okay,
I think that's a little low,
especially for an airplane. Yeah,
but in the airplane, you close your window, you can be at a lower. You don't have to burn in,
sure.
your screen. And that's what I like to do. I have it left on 35. I don't need it that bright in my house. If I go outside, then yeah, I'm gonna turn it up a little.
Oh yeah, I always have automatic brightness on, but I've never put that slider above 50%. Maybe like you said, 35, 40%. But I typically have my brightnesses lower than that in the house
Mhm.
because it's just too bright. If I leave it on 35, 45 for the normal use case, it's just too bright.
So I just blew my entire article for all you guys listening to the podcast. But that's why I'm doing this testing is for you guys on the podcast. What I've really found, John, is its standby battery use is like phenomenal. I mean, it's phenomenal. Um, I don't have days and dates, but
That's fine.
I have 10:45 p.m. I turned it off at 95% battery. So, I had just charged it. I used it for a little bit and for that night, and then I closed the lid. The next morning, I was at 92%. So it lost 3%.
And when you mean turn off, you just
No,
flip
I
the
just closed
cover.
the lid.
It went
I
to
just
sleep.
closed the
Yeah,
lid. Yeah, and
flip the
it
cover, Dave, not close
yeah,
the lid.
flip the cover, close the lid. Laptop talk. Um, Now that okay, I do have some dates here. That was on a Friday morning. I checked it. I did not use the device again because I had family stuff going on until Sunday night at 9 p.m. So that's what I wrote down here in my log. And it had 85% battery on it. So Friday morning to Saturday morning to Sunday morning to Sunday night. So 48 plus 12. Some 60 hours later,
10%.
it had lost 7% of battery from 92 to 85. 60 hours later. That's not bad. That's not bad. I found it has really done really well with I don't know what you call it, standby
Yep.
usage, sleep. Whereas, some of my old RT devices and my Surface 2, it sucked 20% of the battery down when I
Yeah, there was
on
there
RT.
was there was definitely standby issues with that. Remember,
Yeah.
remember my first Surface 2, I took it off the charger, went to work, left it in this case, grabbed it at the end of the day. I was too busy to use it, doing other stuff. I picked it up and I used it. It had almost no battery left. And I think it's because I had it wasn't auto connecting to the wireless network. So I think it was just like searching for Wi-Fi the whole time or doing something silly like that.
You're just chilling out,
Yeah.
surfing the web while you're.
And it got hot because clearly it was just burning power for, 8 hours or something.
So I don't remember when I finished this, but once I did finish, I started uninstalling stuff all over the place. And I started installing apps, and I've got stuff running like crazy right now. And I'm at 15% left. So I've been really killing it. So what I've been trying to do is just kill the battery. Make it put it in a state where I notice, battery churn. So, and I've been running the Windows Mobility Center app, which is a nice little app. It gives you the brightness. You can't see, but there's just a little bitty box. It
Old
gives you the
school.
brightness and the battery, and so we'll have to get this on. I don't think it'd make much of a difference if we put it on the screen. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tabs open in Chrome right now, which that's a killer.
Oh,
That's a battery killer.
just having one tab open in Chrome, Dave.
Yeah. So if I did Task Manager,
Chrome.
it's
Chrome.
not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. Chrome
Chrome.
is killing memory.
Why are there so many different pieces of Chrome?
Yeah.
Like any other app you
Chrome,
run,
Chrome,
it just
Chrome.
says IE, weather, Tweetium,
Yeah.
and Photoshop.
So I'm really ready for Project Spartan to become whole.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be great.
That's like the missing piece. Like if we could have one piece of Windows 10 now, it'd be
That would be
Project
it.
Spartan, wouldn't it?
That
Yeah.
would be it.
Yeah.
I can Insta share to OneNote. I can Insta share to Evernote. LastPass is perfect. Yeah.
Maybe save to Pocket.
Yep. Push anything I want. Push Bullet.
Ooh,
If I was still on Android, which I'm not.
Not at the moment.
Actually, I still have an Android tablet that I game on.
Yes.
But that's cool. So I'm actually closing some of these apps. So I've been very happy with battery usage, and I've also been like day-to-day usage. I was using it very sparingly prior to all these battery tests, finishing up the battery tests. I didn't want to install anything, so I was just kind of surfing and using the news app,
Okay.
the rate, the weather and stuff. And now that I've been able to uninstall things and use it, I'm really enjoying size, John. It's amazing how I could ever look at Surface Pro 3 and go, wow, that's so big.
Yep.
And I'm doing very well with this machine on like couch situations. Putting it on a leg, putting it on two legs, like doing that laptop balance act. I do very well with it. And I almost feel kind of bad for my Surface 3.
No, you mean your Pro 3.
I mean my Pro 3. Because look at the size difference. It's not that much bigger.
No, but when it's a if you're using it as a tablet at all or a portable computer, it makes a difference.
It is hefty.
And the weight, the weight too, man. I mean, I was playing around with some laptops earlier in the year, last year, and there's a difference between 2.5 and 2.3 and 2.3 and 2.0, and it just felt light. Like for example, the new MacBook is only 2 pounds. It feels heavier than that. It's super dense. The materials they use, but they use very premium materials on the surface. It doesn't feel that heavy.
Well, here's the other thing where I think that I'm going to make you happy. I think I'm going to switch to this full time.
Wow, nice.
Full time.
Well, so that's easy for me to say because I use it as a tablet / laptop / secondary computer. When you say full time, what are we talking about here, Dave?
Okay. Well, that's a good observation because I've gone through some troubles with Surface Pro. As you well know, I'm the guy who returned it, the Pro 3. I returned the i5 when I first got it. Surface Pro 2 was a great desktop replacement. It had big, ginormous fans in it, and you could pound the processor, and it would just keep coming back for more. Surface Pro 3 is not such a machine. It likes to kick up its fans and scale back the processor in order to keep it running nice and slim and cool. For that reason right there, I was not able to use it as a desktop replacement, which I wanted to. I bought the dock, so I have the dock sitting here empty. I no longer use Surface Pro 3 as a desktop replacement. I have a truck. I need a truck, John. I need something I can crunch video, crunch audio, and do heavy lifting with. And that's a PC. And I have a Core i7 processor. I think I have like 16 gigs of RAM. I need a truck. And I was shoehorning Surface Pro 2 into that
Pro 3.
scenario. Well, no, even Pro 2.
Oh, okay. You're right.
I was shoehorning it in there and barely making it happen, right? I think the thing would have melted with another year's use. And then Pro 3 came along and it didn't fit. It was not a good fit as a truck. So I had to realize that I was using it wrong, and it is a very capable machine. It will do heavy lifting. It's just not the prolonged heavy lifting that I needed it to do. So don't get me wrong, your Pro 3 is a fantastic device. So I found myself, I took a look, okay, what am I doing with this Pro 3, this i3? I like the i3 because it didn't churn up the fans, and I could use pretty much anything on it that I chose to. I could use Chrome, I could use Firefox, I could use all kinds of stuff. I could watch YouTube videos without it being louder than the video itself. And so my daily consumption with that device is very small. I mean, I'm using browser tabs for email, a lot of OneDrive, a lot of email, a lot of OneDrive, a lot of Twitter, a lot of just on and off, hit and get off web searching, Facebooking, mostly web stuff, not a whole lot of app stuff. I do a lot of weather. Real basic stuff, John.
One day we'll talk about your obsession with weather, Dave, but we'll save that for another show.
I like the weather.
But you mentioned Chrome, and the only reason I want to talk about that is because it can become resource intensive. It can bog down quickly. I've that Asus old school Atom, the Bay Trail, 2 gigs of RAM. It works, but I really don't want to keep too many tabs open, especially if the tab is, not just like my email or, a tracking packaged thing or something. I put a couple YouTube videos up there or something else. I'm going to notice it, right? So are you saying that you could run Chrome on the Surface 3 and be pretty happy with it?
I'm going to have to get back with you on that one.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, right now I need to really know how bad it is tearing up my browser. I mean,
and I don't plan to run Chrome on it. I plan to use the desktop version of IE until we get Windows 10 on there, and then hopefully go all in on Project Spartan.
Yeah, I wanted to put it on there. I want to see how it is performing on there. I've never gotten it hot, so I don't know. But Shockwave Flash has crashed. Okay.
Do you run the standard version of Chrome or the beta version?
No, just whatever's on download.
Oh, I always run the beta version just because sometimes you get some extra performance tweaks and features. It's usually stable. Like for example, when they came out with the enhancements for touch, for Chrome on Windows 8, that was in the beta channel first, and scaling, scaling of the UI of the browser pages itself. Sometimes you get some nice enhancements on the beta channel first, but it's not that far ahead. But
well, in our 10 minutes of discussion right there, I've lost 1% battery. So I'm
Oh,
going downhill.
and I wasn't talking battery. I just mean the usability of the machine. Like, it's not like you put Chrome on there and forget it. The thing's a
Oh no, it's completely usable.
okay. That's what I was asking. I'm not so worried about battery life, honestly. After all the things you told me, I mean, even if worst case you did something to that machine to cut that battery in half, that's still pretty solid.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to charge it up and pull it out in the morning, pull it off the charger, fire it up, and just start throwing tabs at it. I'm going to do my daily routine.
Yeah. See
Check
if
an
you
email,
see if you can kill
shopping.
it. See if you can kill it before you go to bed
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
do a nice charge from ground zero.
Yep. I'll try to do that.
Are you using the
Let me start
included
Office
charger?
Space really. Yeah,
Okay. I was
I
just
have
curious.
not done
Yeah.
like a charge test on like a 5-watt charger
Yeah.
to see how long that takes. I found that the stock charger is just a beast. I mean, it charges fast.
That's
It's
good to know. That's good
very
to know.
fast. I need to come on. Let's play. Start the movie. There we go. I still get confused with the volume at the top.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. People keep pointing that out, and I'm like, that's good. I'm gonna keep missing that, in the first few days.
How many times I turn the machine off because I'm reaching for the volume? It's still in a very awkward spot.
I've
I
never understood the desire to slam the power and the volume buttons right next to each other, like on every tablet.
I expect to, if you're holding a tablet, right? And you can see
Right.
this on the video.
Yep, we're
I'll
seeing.
tilt this to you. I expect to like be able to do this and get to it, and it's not there. So you reach over and you're like, oh, there it is. Bam, you hit it, and that's the freaking power. You got to go all the way over here. It's not in a good spot.
And those buttons are fairly similar in size. You know what I mean? Like, so even if you
Yeah,
just size it real quick, I just don't understand the need to have them so close together. Phones do the same thing. And why? You have all that edge space on these
yeah.
phones.
And they should
Uh,
have put
Something
a little, I don't know, a little
plus,
indent or
yeah,
something. Yeah,
plus and
raise the
minus.
plus and minus so you could feel them. That
Yeah.
Um, oh my God, how many times have I watched Office Space in the last couple days? I thought I'm gonna put a cool movie on there that I would at least like to watch, right? And I had to pick something. I forgot about that one boob scene. Whoops. I had to pick something that could rotate while, if like kids came in and out of the room or something. There's a boob on it.
Having your family dinner.
So I did turn the volume down though.
So we
There's
don't
a lot of rap.
we don't want to run too long, but I think you and I have read some reviews. I haven't read them all, but I've read some reviews, and some are more initial reviews slash thoughts than full in-depth reviews. There are some
Hmm.
things, but I think we have to say fairly positive. I think the Surface itself still, I hate to use the word confuses, but there are people that do end up saying they prefer a full laptop, right? So we should just say that, and that's going to be the case with any kind of tablet, two-in-one convertible type thing. But everyone seems to be impressed. Like there's clearly, I didn't love one, I didn't love two. Surface Pro 3 was a lot better, a little pricey. I really like this. That's the sense that I get. That I really like the Surface 3. That it's striking the right balance of performance, price, for the most part. I think that's nice to see. None of the headlines I've read have been anything but positive or neutral.
I was trying to compute.
Pie.
No, 3.1415927. Um, let's see here. Calc. So Ars Technica's got 561 browsing minutes. What does that compute?
Little under 10 hours, sir.
9.35
And that's browsing minutes. Obviously, that's an IE, but
browsing.
but still, I mean, I wonder. I've seen these new tests they come up with where they they set the browser up to a page that reloads it or loads another page like every 30 seconds or something like that. So I'm assuming it's some kind of test like that.
Okay.
But hey, still again, very impressive.
Yeah. So I think I have. I know that you were looking at probably going Surface 3 as your main, like, portable.
Oh yeah, just because of the size. I use it. I love to use it as a tablet in my two hands, and
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect for that.
I was really sold on Surface Pro 3 size. And honestly, I was kind of sold on something a little bigger too. And I think I was wrong about that. I don't think I need to go bigger.
No, I don't think so. In fact, it'll be interesting to see with Windows 10 how many times I run an app on the desktop. We'll have touch versions of Office. I even like the stock mail and calendar app, the way those are coming along. So it'll be funny. Windows 10 has all these enhancements for the desktop, and I might use the desktop even less
Hmm.
because of other things coming to Windows 10. So
Yeah, so I mean there you have it. I don't I kind of feel bad for my Surface Pro 3. I feel like I'm like leaving it in the dust. We'll see though. I need to run. We need to go to next podcast and see exactly how day-to-day operations are running on this thing. Charge it up and run it down, and just really abuse it. Just abuse it.
are you concerned about the battery life, or you're just curious?
No, I'm very curious. Very
Okay.
curious.
Okay.
Because I feel like Surface Pro 3, I get at least 2 full days of the device just sitting around.
Right.
On off, on off, on off,
Right.
straight for 48 hours, even longer. I don't even know when I charge the thing.
No, I'm the same way, Dave. I do not have to charge. I did not have to charge it every night.
Yeah.
I usually did it every other night. I could go longer, but then I risk that. Well, what if I have to go to work that day and I'm stuck out of my office? I'm in meetings all day.
Hmm.
Why risk it? There's no reason not to plug it in.
It's kind of the same. I'm kind of the same way with my Lumia phone. Sometimes I forget to plug it in at night, and it's just because it's not down on battery.
Oh, I'm not forgetting to plug it in
But
at
if I did that with the LG G3, it'd be
yeah.
dead by morning.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll have my good days where I end in the 30s, but no, it's in the 20% range for me
Yeah,
that I'm
because
hitting
yeah,
before I
you're
go to bed.
pounding it pretty hard. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
I agree. But no, there's been a couple times where I've just absolutely forgotten it. Like, whoops.
And I don't know
Mm,
if there's a difference, but at the 930, I don't get LTE, and apparently HSPA radios use more power than LTE radios. I would think it would be opposite, but I
yeah.
was just reading up a little thing about it. So, and the battery life is fine. I can go a day. Um, if I'm taking a lot of pictures and a lot of video, yeah, it would start needing to be recharged a little bit before the end of the day. But
So it looks like, John, I'm going to be having a fire sale. So hang on. It's in the box. It's ready to go. HP Stream 7. Got to sell it. This is not really a Surface Geeks item. The LG G Watch. Got to sell it. I've got the Toshiba. What is this called? It's the Encore Mini sitting back here. It's got to go. Um, I've got other things. I've got routers, all kinds of stuff I got to sell. Going to be having a fire sale. If you'd like to, anybody like to make an offer for some of these devices, please do so.
well, Dave, I'll join you too. I got that HP Stream 8 with 4G. Let's put that on the fire sale.
Okay.
Any takers? The T-Mobile SIM has not been activated, so it's ready for a new user. You get free 4G for life. It's basically the HP Stream 7, but with an 8-inch screen and free T-Mobile 4G for
There you
life.
go.
The device is compatible with AT&T if you already have a SIM and a plan. So maybe we'll do some posts in the forums, or where do you want to do this?
Yeah, I need to put it in the forums. I'm thinking about even my i3, John.
Ooh,
Well, why keep it around if I'm not going to use it?
I agree. Is that with the Surface MVP sticker, or does that come
If
off?
if somebody wants, no, I have to take this off.
Okay, because
It's
I would
actually
buy it to get the sticker.
no, I have to take. I could leave on the Minecraft sticker.
Okay.
Possibly. My kids might want that. Yeah, I need to have a fire sale. So I even like the kickstand better. I pull out the Surface Pro 3 kickstand,
And
and
then
I
you got to
feel
position it.
yeah,
Oh,
I
I
gotta
went too
position that. Like,
far.
and I gotta get it set on the table
Just
right.
flip the Surface 3. Just flip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I still think I would have liked one more position, a fourth position to really get low, but I will reserve judgment. But again, as you would say, that is nitpicking. So
That is nitpicking. I've got more to say on my second post. I've got more to say on the keyboard too. I'm
okay.
actually really, really liking the keyboard.
Yeah. And
So,
we have just under 2 weeks to go until it's available in stores, and hopefully our shipments for those that have pre-ordered will be coming
and that's May 5,
in that
right?
window, May 5.
Yeah, hopefully the shipments land on May 5.
Cinco de Mayo. I would be very happy if that was true, Dave.
And that's what I'm betting. I think that is going to be the case. 2 weeks and I shall be special no more.
No, and my advantage is I'll be traveling next week, so I'll be busy, so it'll help cut the wait in a little bit.
Don't you love that? Yeah.
Because it's painful here. You know me, I get excited about this stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm actually playing Hearthstone. It's a Blizzard game. It's kind of a Magic the Gathering based on World of Warcraft stuff, and I love it. And it runs on Windows, so I'm really excited to play on my Surface 3. I'm gonna have to do a video of Hearthstone running on Surface 3.
All right, Hearthstone. I'm going to look this up. Is it like Boom Beach?
No, it's not, Dave. It's not for you, Dave. Don't worry about it.
It's not for me.
No, it's not for you, Dave.
We're
all playing it at work though, so.
I've looked into these Android like emulators, so I can run Boom Beach on my.
Yeah.
I think that would be.
I've done it on my Mac. I've never tried to do it on the machine, but it's the same application. It's it works. Like before, there were some apps that were cross compatible, and you really wanted to run them. It's there. I don't know about gaming though, Dave. I can't speak to that.
I put on what's the more popular emulator?
BlueStacks.
BlueStacks. I put that on a Surface once, and it wouldn't connect to the store. I couldn't download any apps.
I never had that problem, but yeah.
Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. You're right, John. I don't like it already.
Right.
I see fire and goblins and goons, and I'm gonna call you a dweebazoid.
Wow.
Get your sack of dice and run along, John. No, I'm just kidding. I never got into that stuff.
I was into playing the Magic the Gathering game in college for a year and a half or so, but
okay.
all the guys at work were playing it. I installed it on my Android tablet, and I'm addicted. So.
Oh, on your Android tablets.
Well, Dave, you were right. Android tablets do serve one very good purpose.
Gaming.
Yep.
Absolutely. Gaming. So it's going to be Surface 3 and an Android tablet of some choice.
Yes.
Okay. We'll talk about that. Hey, if you've got questions out there in YouTube or on the audio podcast, if you've got questions about Surface 3, please go to the forums, surfacegeeks.com/forums. Ask questions, please. I will answer them to the best of my ability to see if I can get something answered for you. I'm not going to install.
Have you installed Minecraft, Dave?
World of Warcraft and test it for you. I'm not. You can obviously figure out what you're going to get by reading all these reviews on these things. It's not a truck. I mean, it's not a big truck. It's an Atom processor. Granted, it's a great Atom processor, but I think that you guys pretty much know what you're going to get on stuff like that. Photoshop and stuff. I'm not going to install that stuff.
And any of the games that are in the Windows Store will probably run just fine. And there's a new Halo game, Halo Strike. So there's definitely games that'll be more optimized for that platform.
Yeah, I guess I need to try that. I have the first Halo game, and I never really played it.
No,
I bought it.
Yeah,
but I didn't really play it.
I'm looking forward to trying Strike.
I like the first-person shooter. I like first-person shooters and driving games. I like that. And I don't know why, but I tend to like this Boom Beach thing too.
Boom Beach.
Boom Beach. All right, guys, that's Surface Geeks number 90. talking Surface 3. We'll see you in the forums. Good night. Woo! 2 podcasts one night.
2 podcasts one night. Dave, we're getting close to 100.
2 girls, 1 cup. Play free now.
You said it. I didn't.
2 podcasts one night. Game installer, Windows and Mac. Or you can get it on Google Play.
Yeah.
Hearthstone. I'm going to click the Google Play and see what it looks like on Google.
Ooh, there was an update today.
For God's sakes, 209,000 reviews.
Those people didn't just download it. They took the time to review it.
Exactly. 209,000. That is crazy.
So I will probably end up just playing it on my Surface 3 because it kills the battery life of my Android tablet. So when you're telling me about the battery life of the Surface, I'm like, Hearthstone could.
What's the app that's all over TV? Game of War?
The Clash of Clans?
No,
The one with cats? No. The one with
the TV commercial with the blonde bosom.
Yeah, Kate Upton. I remember her name.
Yeah.
Ring of Fire, World of Fire.
The bosoms.
Fire and Brimstone. Sorry about that. At least you know I didn't watch it during the show.
Okay, Kate Upton Game of War. Okay.
It's what of War? God of War?
Game of War? Game of War? I wonder if that's any good. Game of War. Mobile game. Fire Age. It has 745,000 reviews. John, take that.
There are not that many Windows Phone users.
Card slinger. Take that. Wow. If Windows Phone just had a game like that.
Well, they probably thought that game was going to be Halo. Everyone's going to want to play Halo on the go.
Of course. Oh, this just does not look like something I'm interested in.
Well, isn't that game you're looking at the same as Boom Beach?
Is that what this is? A defense? Tower defense?
I thought so. Just without cats.
Yeah, see, I looked at Clash of Clans and I didn't like it.
Boom Beach.
Oh, there she is.
Now you're downloading the game?
Yeah, how can I share that? All right, here she is.
Mm. Boom Beach.
Yeah, how many times have we seen this on the...
Well, I used to play Transformers, the Angry Birds Transformer game, and after every battle or two, you'd have to watch a ad, and that ad was on a lot.
It was on a lot?
It was on a lot.
Yeah, they've pumped some money into this thing. I might look at it. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I might look at it. I just started. This is a Surface Geeks podcast. I just started Monument Valley.
Oh, I love that game.
On a different platform.
Yeah. Love that game.
I bought that for my kids because they, kids. He's second grader. He's like, I need like a puzzle game, Dad. Something to do. I'm like, let's try this one. So I'm having fun with it too.
Good.
All right. So we're gonna start some Snack Break Weekly. chat room. I hope you had a good night. All the chat rooms chatting like crazy. It's Jim's fault. I would keep the Pro 3.
Who said that?
Jim Collison.
Jim.
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 I don't know. It devalues every day, John.
Yep.
That's the problem.
I know, man.
And if a Pro 4 comes out, if it came out tomorrow, I'd lose at least $100.
Yep.
And I'd still buy the Pro 4, right? Okay. All right. What do you think, John?
Snack
You gonna
break.
hang around and chat, or are you gonna snack break?
Oh, snack break. Always.
Okay.
I haven't had my milk yet.
Go get a warm glass of milk. It's supposed to be like 30 degrees here tonight.
I wish it was like 90 today.
Oof.
I'm over it.
Over it. Over it. All right. YouTubers, thanks for hanging in for so long. Head over to surfacegeeks.com. Go to /forums. Read the blog, go to the /forums. See ya.